Hello, my name is Mark Payton, and today I will be going over the workflow for planning and flying a mapping mission using a Mavic Mini. The reason I'm making this video is the Mavic Mini wasn't designed for mapping, so there aren't a lot of software options for planning missions using a Mini. It took me a while to find a way to do it, and now that I have, I want to share that knowledge to other Mavic Mini owners so that you can go out there and make your own maps.
Okay, so the first thing that you are going to need is a DroneLink plan. They have three options from hobbyist, business to mapping. The hobbyist plan has everything that you're going to need, and a one-time payment of $40 gets you the premium account, which gets you the mapping missions, the fixed 4D integrations, and everything that you would need. Once you have that and you're ready to make your map, then you just open up the application in the search bar over here, put in the address of where you plan on making the map. It'll bring you to it. It's right over here, park in downtown Atlanta. Either make a new repository or use one that you already have. I already have one for a mini tutorial. Then you click make a new plan, put off the takeoff location. I'll just choose this basketball court over here. And then you need to give it a name. For takeoff restriction, I generally choose none because it doesn't really work very well. You'll pick a location and it will always tell you that you're too far away from it. Action on finish, return to home, and I would leave the rest of these as their default. Next. Then you can choose what you want the drone to do. Generally, I just choose map because that's the simplest thing to do. Give them a location, and then it's going to have you select some of the parameters. For this, I'm going to choose the Mavic Mini, but whatever drone that you happen to have, I'm sure it'll work. Choose the altitude. In Georgia, there are a lot of trees, but just keeping a mind to what's going to be around the area that you're going to be mapping. In my area, 200 feet would be perfect. Decide your pattern, your front and back overlap, and your angle pitch. So depending on what you're going to do is going to decide how you're going to choose these things. If you're doing negative 90 degrees, that means that the map is pointed straight down, which is good for regular photogrammetry work, and your general normal pattern will work. If you're doing 3D work, you're trying to make 3D maps, then you're going to want to use a grid so that you can get everything so that you can get the whole area from every angle. And then you're going to want to change your angle pitch to negative 45 degrees. That way you're looking at an angle so you can get sidewalls and all that good stuff. Capture mode photo, and with that, all your parameters are set. Then you just have to make the outline for the map. So you just need to grab these letters and drag them to whatever area that you're going to be looking over, like so. And the plus signs allow you to put extra angles on the map here, so you can make sure that you're very precise in the areas that you are mapping. Also, DroneLink gives you the ability to run an estimate to see how long it's going to take. So you run the mission estimate, and it tells you the total time, the speed, the altitude, the distance, the number of photos it will be taking. You can also run through the mission previewer, where it will literally run you through what the drone will be looking at and all that, but I'll cover that in a different video. And once you're done, then you can just stop. It saves automatically. So from here, you just need to go out and run the mission. I actually went ahead and made a map for my own house so that I can start to document some of the work I'm doing in the backyard. So I selected my house. I used an orbit pattern to go at an added altitude of 130 feet, radius of 100 feet from the center point, and to have the gimbal pointed down 33 degrees. And then I did a map for the entire yard of an altitude of 150 feet with a grid pattern, 80% overlap and 70% overlap, and with the angle pitch of -45 degrees. So I will show you the recording of that. Okay, so I usually start up the drone in the DJI Fly app. That way I can do any compass corrections or unlock any flight zones. Then I fly the drone up to the correct altitude. That way I can just make sure it's there. Then I switch over to the DroneLink app. And then open up the mission. Hit load. Then all you have to do is hit play, and you will see it just snap and take over the drone. Fast forwarded through most of the filming. Flies to where it's supposed to start, and then it just begins the mission. Taking pictures every few seconds. Here you see it running through the orbit. It's done with the orbit, it moves to start doing the mapping run. See it point down at 45 degrees, and then running through its route. Right now it is all under the control of the DroneLink functions. You can actually just put the controller down and watch the screen at this point. Here I took another camera to try to film the drone in the air so that you can kind of see it. It's flying along its route. Finishing up here. And then when it's done, it flies back to its start point and will lower itself to the ground. And that's everything. I'll be doing another video to show the results of the mission, as well as how to do photogrammetry work in drone deploy. But in the meantime, go ahead and like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments any other videos or tutorials that you would like to see. And happy flying!